Week 2 college football officially in the books. We head into week 3, and joining me to break it all down and discuss it all is one of our college football writers here at Sports Illustrated, Pat Forty. Pat, I want to start off with this Colorado football team, arguably, I would say, one of the most interesting storylines in just sports right now, not just college football. They are ascending, ranked number 18 in the country, 2-0, take on Colorado State at home this week. What are you hoping to see this team build off of before they enter Pac-12 play and take on a tough Oregon team in week 4?
Yeah, I mean, the vibe out there, Claudette, is incredible. I mean, it is fun, it's electric, it's fresh. You know, when you see a fan base that's been downtrodden for a long time, all of a sudden kind of catch that lightning in a bottle, it's great. And the team's rolling right along with them. The thing I want to see is a little program maturity where you now handle business in a natural kind of letdown situation. You've played 2 huge games to start. You've got 2 huge games coming against Oregon and USC. In between, you've got a Colorado State team you should handle and handle easily. I want to see Colorado go in like the superior team and just take care of business for 60 minutes. No messing around. Beat them down and move on to Eugene, Oregon next week.
Another Pac-12 team that has an interesting matchup this week is the Washington Huskies. They're taking on Michigan State. Obviously, kind of a dark cloud over Michigan State this week with their head football coach, Mel Tucker, getting suspended. How disciplined do you think this Michigan State team needs to be, just given all the outside distractions that have transpired this week?
Yeah, really difficult set of circumstances for the players, for sure. To have their coach kind of abruptly put on leave, and you've got a new interim coach. They brought in Mark D'Antonio completely from the outside. That's a new voice now. Just a lot of unknowns there, and you don't know how much this will affect the team and affect young men and what their response will be. They may come out on fire, they may circle the wagons here, or they may be, as you said, distracted, a little bit disoriented, and not ready to play. So I have no idea what to expect, but this is a really tough opponent to be playing in this circumstance. Washington is an excellent team.
I keep telling everybody, do not underestimate the Pac-12 conference right now. 8 teams ranked in the top 25. They're a deep conference, and I'm a huge Pac-12 fan, so I love this. I do want to talk to you about Alabama versus Texas. Alabama drops to 10 in the top 25 after their loss to Texas. And when I was watching this game, definitely saw some things that needed to be addressed. There were penalties. Their quarterback was sacked 5 times. They allowed 21 points in the 4th quarter. What did you think this loss said about Alabama? And, what kind of things do you think they need to fine-tune before they start SEC play?
Well, I've been saying for a while now, almost a year really, that I don't think Alabama is the same Alabama. I don't see the buttoned-up nature of a Nick Saban program. I think that they're on the downhill slide. The game against Texas absolutely reaffirmed that position for me. And, this is a team that they've got to create some turnovers on defense, which great Nick Saban teams always do. They had 0 against Texas. They've got to cut down on the penalties, which has been a chronic problem last year and now here in a big game this year. They've got to find a running game, which for some reason Alabama, which has always had one, did not have an effective running game against Texas. And I'm just not sure whether it gets fixed. We're going to find out here. The SEC schedule is going to ramp up, and it's going to be difficult. And Alabama's got to show me a lot for me to believe that they are still a SEC title or national title contender.
And we finally have a couple of SEC conference matchups going on this week. You got LSU, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. We're going to give our games of the week here. Mine is Tennessee, Florida. How great would it be for Florida to finally get their first signature win of the season? Also, they're playing at the Swamp. Taking down the number 11 team in the country would be huge for them. What's your game of the week?
I like your pick there, Claudette, because first, that's a great rivalry when they're both going, and we haven't had them both going at the same time for quite a while. So it would be great if Florida rises up and makes that a really good game. I'm going to go staying in the SEC. I'm going to say Georgia and South Carolina because we get to see Georgia play a grown-up team finally after 2 complete walkovers. And I'm not saying South Carolina is great, but at least it's an SEC opponent. Well, I want to see Georgia, see if they can get off to a fast start. They kind of sleepwalked through the start of the games of their first 2 opponents. Now, last year, South Carolina came in between the hedges with a lot of buzz, and Georgia just destroyed them from the jump. And that's when you looked at Georgia and said, well, there's a championship mentality there. I want to see if this Georgia team has that mentality to really just kind of put the boot heel down on the throat and go get a decent team and show them who's boss.